Yo, what's up, guys? We did it again. We beat the sportsbooks tonight. It's Thursday night, September 26th. Yes, that's right, September 26th. And we just beat the sportsbooks again on Thursday Night Football. Cowboys versus Giants. Guys, let's just do a little recap of what I gave you guys and why I took that pick. And then we're going to go and we're going to break down the Miami versus Virginia Tech game. This is a Friday night game tomorrow, September 27th. Friday Night Football, it's like high school football all over again. Friday Night Lights. We're going to break down that game, do a little bit of betting on that one with some player props on BETR. Okay, but for tonight, Cowboys versus Giants. If you saw my video and you played my free pick that I gave you guys, Giants plus 5.5. I did catch a little heat from this one. I got some emails from some people saying that was ridiculous. The Giants aren't going to come close to the Cowboys. This is going to be a 40-10 win for the Cowboys. Well, guys, that's not the case. And although my football heart wants to believe that and wanted to think that too, because really the Cowboys are a better football team. And when it comes down to it, they might be playing in January. I don't think the Giants are this year. But guys, the books, the numbers, everything was there for Giants plus 5.5. If you guys follow my channel, you know I like to read lines, read where the money's at, make the smart plays for us to win, not really necessarily make the plays for my football mind or my football heart to say, yeah, the Cowboys are a better team, they're going to smack them. Because a month and a half ago, if you asked me who was going to win this game, I'd say Cowboys. Last night or 2 nights ago when I posted that video, if you asked me who was going to win that game, I was still saying Cowboys. But the spreads are there for a reason. Okay, these books are smart, man. These sports books are incredibly smart with the way they set their lines and how close and accurate they are. They had Cowboys minus 5.5, meaning Giants plus 5.5. All of the money was on the Cowboys to cover minus 5.5. Okay, all of that money. What do I always tell you guys? Those sports books and Vegas, they're trying to get you, they're trying to entice you to take one side or the other. So they're saying, hey, check this out. We got Cowboys minus 5.5. Bet it. It's an easy win. Cowboys are the better team. Well, then you look at the money breakdown, and all of that money is on one side. Do you really think Vegas is going to set a line and entice people to bet one side, and then everybody bets that side, or I guess 97% of people bet that side, and Vegas wants to pay out 97% of the people that are taking that line? Hell no. They are making that line so people take it. All right? Everybody took it. And we took the other side. We took Giants plus 5.5, and we covered. Again, we won. Just like we did with the Commanders. Although we didn't alt spread with the Commanders. We said screw 7.5 points. We're going to take them plus 3.5, and they won the game. So, guys, what I'm doing here is working. All right? I'm reading these lines. I'm doing this research for you guys, and we hit it again. So we're going to try to do the same thing tomorrow with Miami versus Virginia Tech. But we're not going to be stupid with it, right? We're still going to bet within reason. Right now, there is a play on Virginia Tech, Miami. Virginia Tech money line. All right? 94% of the money is going on Miami on the money line. 94% of the public bets are on Miami on the money line. Hokies odds is plus 598. So you bet 100, you win $598. That's a hell of a payout. But that's not a smart play. All right, Virginia Tech's not going to win that game. And I think we all know that. You guys are smart. If you're watching my channel, you love sports, right? Everybody that watches this channel loves sports. That's why we do it. Sports are fun, especially football. And we're not stupid. I like Virginia Tech. I also like Miami. I'm not a fan of either, but I like both teams. I was born real close to Virginia Tech, so I've always had a place for them in my heart. Willis McGahee was one of my idols growing up as a little kid. Well, I wouldn't say little kid. I was a teenager when he was playing, but when he was at Miami at least. But I like Miami because I liked them when I was growing up. I don't dislike either of these teams, don't like either of these teams, but I'm not going to be dumb and say that Miami's not better than Virginia Tech. This used to be a big rivalry game. Virginia Tech, Miami was big. Not so much anymore because Virginia Tech hasn't really done anything since Michael Vick. They had a couple years with Marcus, and they had a couple of good years with Tyrod Taylor, but they haven't really been relevant since Michael Vick, back when Peter Warrick and the Seminoles beat him. So I'm not going to be dumb and say Hokies are going to win money line, but I am going to say the spread looks real good. All right, I gave this pick to you guys a couple days ago at Virginia Tech plus 18.5. Because 90, I don't remember the exact number, 90-something% of the money was on Miami to cover that spread. Right now, it's changed. 81% of the public bets are on Miami to cover that spread. 72% of the money is on Miami to cover that spread. So it's still pretty heavily favored Miami. It's not in the 90s like I like to see. If there's a bet where 90% of the public money is, take the other side. Most of the time, within reason, right? Like, we're not going to take Hokies money line, even though 94% of the money is on Miami. But that's because the line changed. It's at plus 17.5 now. I think they realized, maybe we set this spread too much to cover our ass, and now everybody's taking the other side. So let's adjust it back. So it's at plus 17.5 for Virginia Tech. I still like that play. 72% of the money isn't quite really what I'm looking for, though. So plus 18.5, I loved it. I loved taking that play. Plus 17.5, I would still take that play, but I would try to find it at plus 17.5. So let's do that. Let's look and see if we can find that spread at plus 18.5 instead of 17.5 where it was before. Because that line was very enticing. All right, let's see here. We got, I'm on the total. I'm sorry. We're going to go to spread. Plus 17.5 on Caesars. It's looking like every single book is at plus 17.5. That's minus 105 odds. Guys, I put this one in on REBET. Okay, on REBET, I got minus 105 odds at plus 18.5. That was a great bet. If you can find it at plus 18.5 before this game starts tomorrow, take that bet. If not, I would still say take plus 17.5 on Caesars. I haven't looked on REBET to see where I bet, to see if the odds have changed or the line has changed. My odds screen actually doesn't show REBET. Some of these books aren't on my odds screen, and I have to go manually look at those books to see where their lines are and compare them to what I've got on my odds screen here. But REBET's where I got my bet because that's where the best odds were and that plus 18.5 line. If you guys don't have REBET, I have a link in the description now. I just got a deal with them going so I can get you guys a 100% deposit match on REBET. It's more of a social betting app. It's a sports book, but it's kind of socially involved where you can share plays with your buddies. You can tail other people's plays. There's all kinds of cool social features on there. So like I said, there's a link in the description down below. Code SSWIN, that gets you a $100 deposit match. But let's go back and talk about Virginia Tech Miami. So I'm taking that bet, plus 18.5, Virginia Tech on the spread. Projected score here, according to algorithms, 39-22, Miami wins this game. That's probably pretty accurate. That's a 17-point win. Miami wins the game. I do think Miami's going to win by double digits. Don't get me wrong. The Canes are going to the playoffs this year. If you guys saw my video I made about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, I got the Canes in the playoffs. That's part of my season-long parlay that I put together. So I do think the Canes are going to run the table in the ACC. They're going to go to the ACC they're going to win the ACC championship, and they're going to make the playoff. But they're not going to beat the Hokies by 18.5. Games tomorrow night, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Hard Rock Stadium, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. So the weather's not going to be a factor. It's not going to be 100 degrees. It's not going to be cold. 84 degrees Fahrenheit. This is just going to be a straight-up football game, okay? There's going to be a lot of passing in this game. You guys know Cam Ward airs it out. Xavier Restrepo, that Miami offense, they air their freaking rock out, and they got a dude that can throw. Cam Ward's a dog, so that's going to lead me into my player props and what I'm doing on the player props line. Now, the props, I'm going to take the player props on BETR, another sports app that I have newly made a deal with. That's not the right word. I recently made a deal with for you guys to get a $200 deposit match. I was talking to them a little bit and figuring out what the latest deals are. $200 deposit match is what I can get you guys, all my subscribers. Anybody that's watching this video, if you want that $200 deposit match, there's another link in the description down there. Same code, SSWIN. It's going to get you a $200 deposit match. So between REBET and BETR, you guys can get $300 free from these books if you maximize the deposit matches. So if you got like $50 today and you're waiting on that check to come tomorrow, do it tomorrow. Don't do it today. Do it tomorrow. Get as much of these books, much out of the books as you possibly can. So if they're going to offer you a $200 deposit match, get all of it. You could pull your $200 out and just play on their $200 because you can't withdraw that $200 right away. Otherwise, people would just be stealing from them. It's playthrough money. You have to bet it first before you can withdraw it. But when you bet those, if you tail my plays, we're going to turn that money into $400, $500, $600. We're going to turn that money into a lot of money. So it's not going to just end up $200. So that's, like I said, guys, just a little tidbit right there. Links are in the description. Both apps, code SSWIN. We're going to go with Cam Ward as our first player prop here. Right now, his passing line is at 312 yards on some books, 314 yards on some books. It's all the way down to 308 yards on BetMGM. I'm actually going to do something completely different here. I'm taking the passing yards, but on BETR, they have these rocket boost props. All right, and Cam Ward's passing yards is rocket boosted to 258.5 yards if you take the over. I'm going to take that over. And basically what that means is when we play this pick, if we hit it, we get paid for 2 picks for one, basically. It's a 2-for-1 type of thing. So normally 1 pick pays whatever it's going to pay. This rocket boost on BETR is going to give us double the pay if we hit it. And I do think Cam Ward's going to hit this line. His line's at 258.5 yards. Last week he threw for 404 yards. The week before that he threw for 346, just slightly below our line. The week before that it was at 304 yards. I'll give him that. I'll give the books that one. He did go pretty far under this one at 304 yards. That's the so far this season. Last year, he threw for 438 one game. He threw for 354 one game. He threw for 385 another game. Like, he was just slinging it. And now he's got a better team and a better coach and a better offense. He's not at Washington State no more. Washington State's part of the Pac-2. They're irrelevant. He's at Miami and he's playing for a playoff spot. He's actually playing for a Heisman. Cam Ward wants to win the Heisman. That's why he came back. He didn't go to the NFL. He came back because he wanted to win a Heisman and go compete for a natty. So Cam Ward's going to be out there slinging it. 358 yards is not an astronomical number for him to hit. I'm taking him on the over on that one, on the boosted rocket play. The rocket boosted play. And we're going to get a double payout for that pick itself. Then, if Cam Ward's going over, guess who else is going over? You guys know I like to correlate my picks. We're going to go with Xavier Restrepo, his number 1 receiver. And we're taking him on his longest reception line. It's at 34.5. We're going to hit the over. If Cam Ward's going over, more than likely he's going to hit a couple deep balls. More than likely it's going to be one of them's going to be his number 1 receiver, Xavier Restrepo, and it's going to be 34.5 yards or longer. That's my prediction on that one. He did catch a 50-yarder against Florida. That was a bomb. Only a 21 and a 28-yarder the last 2 games, but Restrepo has big playability to house it anytime he touches the ball. Miami gets him very, very involved. Last week he had 6 catches. The week before that he only had 3. A little bit of a down game. Against Florida he had 4 catches. So he's getting right around 3, 4, 5 catches every game. The 6 I think was a lot last game, but his yards is there. 6 catches, 99 yards. 3 catches. That second game was kind of a down game for him, it looks like. 3 catches for 47 yards. But that first game, 4 catches for $104. 104 yards. So Xavier Restrepo being that number 1 receiver, I'm confident if Cam Ward is hitting this play for us, Xavier Restrepo is hitting the over. So it's going to be a boom or bust for us. I mean, they're both gonna hit it, or they're both not. Just the way it is. That's how these player prop slips work. That's how I correlate them, because if we hit it big. If we don't, oh well, move on to the next. Guys, really, with how the payouts, this is going to be a 10x play. And with how much we get paid for one of these slips, 10x, to break even, we only have to hit 1 out of every 10 slips just to break even. If we hit 2 out of 10, we're profitable. That's 2 out of 10. That's 20% hit rate, and we're still profitable. That's why I like these daily fantasy apps. I do a lot of sportsbook betting, don't get me wrong. I do straight bets because I like to win bets and I like to be profitable on those bets. And we are. But the player props is where you can absolutely rack up money. There's our first 2 picks. Sorry, little sidetrack there. Let's move on to the next one. We're going to go with Kyron Drones now, the other quarterback, on his passing yard line. His line's set at 160.5 yards. We're going to hit the over on that one as well. So far, the numbers on the season don't really add up to him being over this line, if you will. 130 yards in the first game, 176 in the second game. So he covered that. 137 last week. So he's not going over this all the time this year. But if we look at what he did last year, in the last 7 games of the season, he covered this in 6 of them. Not by a little bit. The closest one was 194 yards. Every other game was over 200, and 2 of those games were over 300. The dude can sling the rock. Here's why I'm taking this pick, though. You guys saw the spread, right? 17.5 point spread. Yesterday was an 18.5 point spread. If they're losing like that, Virginia Tech is going to be throwing. They're not going to be down 2 scores handing the ball off. They'll have to throw the ball. And if they're going to be throwing the ball 40 times a game to try to keep up with Miami, he's going to throw for 160 yards. All right? That's just how it's going to be. So take Kyron Drones over 160 yards. That's your picks, guys. Just a 3-man slip. It's going to pay you 10x. When we hit this bet, we're going to be set up into the weekend. We did hit a player prop pick today on BETR. It was a 5x payout. So tonight, we won a 5x payout. We hit the free pick, the plus 5.5 Giants at minus 110 odds. We did lose a player prop slip. We hit 3 out of the 4 picks. Dak Prescott did not go over 250 yards, but we hit the other ones. We had CeeDee Lamb, 5+ catches, check. Malik Neighbors, 6.5 catches over. Hit that one, and then Ezekiel Elliott under 27.5 rushing yards. We hit those 3. We lost that last one. Dak Prescott didn't get to 250, but we were that close of hitting of just doing a clean sweep today on the picks, on the bets, and that would put us in a great position. So I bet a unit on each of those player prop slips. One was a 5x, one was a 4x. We lost the 4x, we won the 5x. So we were up 3 units on those ones, and then we hit the plus 5.5 bet at minus 110 odds on the that's weird. There's a little thumb that just popped up in the screen. We hit the plus 5.5 on the Giants, hitting that spread. So we're winning, guys. You guys saw Monday Night Football. We absolutely crushed the books. Now again, Thursday Night Football, we hit the books and we hit them hard and won again. So we're doing it, guys. Get in on this. Hit that subscribe button. Follow my channel. You'll get all my free plays I post on YouTube here. I also have a free pick subscription down below in the links. It says free and VIP. Just get in on that free. All my free bets get sent straight to your phone via text. If you guys don't want to pay for anything, you don't like paying for people's picks, it's a free subscription. You'll get access to the Discord and the game day chat. You can chat with all of us in the community. It's right there in the description. If you do like VIP plays, I have a season-long NFL pass. You can also get the game day pass and just try it out. It's a weekend deal. Instead of paying for the whole season, it's just a weekend pass. Use code ARCH and you'll get 50% off on that game day pass for the first 25 people. That's all I got for you guys. Like I said, if you like my style, hit that subscribe button. Get in on the community. I appreciate all the support. I do this for you guys. I can't wait to talk to you guys. Let me know in the comments if you're tailing. I love to find out who's tailing these picks, and so that we could talk on the comments during the game if you're not in on the game day chat, and kind of sweat this out together, guys. This is all supposed to be fun. Sports betting's fun. All right, so let's join in on the community, and I'll see you guys in the chat. Have a good night.